Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. Hope you're all doing well and enjoying your day so far, and Vanguard is officially here. We've got so much to talk about today. Florida doing an announcement, we've got Shotzzy effectively doing OpTic's announcement for them, and Scump also saying in response to some pretty disgusting movement from Shotzzy, we are in for a very good year indeed. Very much intriguing your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, I'd greatly appreciate a like on the video. It's the best thing you can do to help this channel reach more people. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already as well. Got to hit 72k today, surely. Firstly, of course, this from GG Breaking Points. Some of the nice gun camos we have in the game. Also, Breaking Point, Austin Mack did a crazy good job, and Lion Man as well, and Apex for finding all these screenshots. But basically looking through all the hardpoint rotations for some of these maps. So you guys can check them out on the website if you would like. But I'll run through some of them here, so you kind of get an early feel for how some of these maps might play. This one looks kind of promising here, Berlin for hardpoint. Of course, early on, people aren't really playing respawns. It's search and destroying all these kickoff tourneys. And one of the maps I saw an awful lot of really was Castle. At least the first map I tuned in to watch this morning was Castle. We'll talk about that later today because it was pretty entertaining. But yeah, some people saying this map might not be so good. It certainly looks quite good, to at least like visually it looks quite good. Whether it actually plays well, I'm not so sure. It's going to take a while for these pros to figure out what are the best maps, and some of them certainly like we don't want to go near, but other ones could fairly work well, right? And there's a load of maps to choose from, which is at least a benefit this time round. But yeah, search and destroy bomb spots, hardpoint rotations, all that type of stuff. Definitely exciting to look at. This then from the Mutineers as well. So after Zuma was announced to be joining FaZe last night, we've got some intel coming for you at 5 PM Eastern. That's pretty much when I put the video up, and then they confirmed this. Welcome to Florida, Vivid. So kind of impressive really how Mutineers turned this one around quite quickly. I think they got very lucky, let's be honest, because Vivid was probably going to go to Washington, and they kind of missed the boat in the sense, Mutineers, because they decided to make this team with Havok being their only real SMG, right, and Awakening being the other SMG that they're still going to try out. And really when Vivid was available after the Washington team seemingly pulled out of the CDL for whatever reason, I thought, okay, Florida, perfect candidate to pick up Vivid and maybe consider abandoning this idea of having Awakening on the SMG. But they're still going for it, which is, it's kind of ballsy in a sense, and of course they've kind of finessed it in a way and got kind of lucky because Vivid has a massive buyout, I'm pretty sure, from Dallas Empire. But then maybe due to what was going on behind the scenes, everything he effectively became an unrestricted free agent, and they could get him for free and just pay him a salary. And of course, they were in the perfect position to do that. So it totally makes sense. Of course, I think this is an upgrade for their team, as you can see right here from Methods kind of confirming really what was going on the Florida side. He says excited to get to work, and Method says congrats brother, one day Red, because of course they were meant to be teaming on the Washington Demon Cats or whatever, which has since not happened anymore. And Vivid of course landing a spot over at the Mutineers. The other guys in TJ, Methods, and Paul X, not they're in a difficult position to do something similar, right? And Methods more than likely will probably go to full-time content if another organization doesn't come in. We did talk about yesterday the fact that that spot from NRG is meant to be getting bought out by some other buyer that's going to be announced early next week, which if that's the case, then maybe they still want to pick up Methods or something. But whatever organization that is, that have missed the boat on Vivid, right? So that's the thing. Like if you're another organization wanting to buy that spot, do you really want to buy in now? Like it's just an awful time to buy into the league when all the good players have been signed. You want to buy in when kind of like when Overwatch did their expansion, when it was kind of like they announced the teams that were coming in not right at the end of the year, but kind of in the middle of the year. So they actually got to be players in the Rostermania period, as opposed to just coming in late and picking up the scraps. Which the scraps team that Demon Cats, I don't know, I'm calling them that, Washington, were going to be put together. Like it was actually a decent team, right? You get like Vivid was a good piece. There was some other decent pieces in there, but now he's gone to Florida. It just makes it kind of kind of difficult for any organization, I think, to come in. Of course, it does mean that Awakening is still going to be on the SMG. See him dropping 102 right here alongside Vivid, Dave Paddy, and Skies also in the lobby. So that is going to be their team of 4 for next year. And Havok, of course, finding himself in a difficult spot out of the team. So it's they're still going down the same route of having this direction. I'm pretty sure that Vivid should be a somewhat upgrade for them over Havok, but still, does it make a huge amount of difference to this team? Maybe you put them C tier, but apart from that, I'm still not convinced this roster is going to be spectacular. We'll just have to see how it goes. But Florida certainly have caused some upsets the last couple of years, so obviously we can't write anyone off at this point, but I mean, of course, you never really know what some of these teams are going to be doing for next year. Some of them I'm sure will turn up massively, some of them I'm sure will be massive flops, and well, of course, one team that we were really expecting to announce yesterday, there was a load of really hints for so long now. I've honestly just fed up of it. So many hints from ages that this roster is going to be announcing soon, all this type of stuff before release is going to happen, and then the game comes out, it doesn't happen. They tweet this out, OpTic Chicago looking for 2 Vanguard kickoff tourney with Scump and Dashy, and yeah, I mean, obviously at this point it's just gone on way too long. They've kind of lost the luster of an announcement that could have happened, and now effectively the OpTic guys just have to play together and be like, yeah, okay, we might not be announced, but this is effectively the team. And well, Shotzzy nearly at the Dallas Empire HQ right here. They're playing the kickoffs together, and well, a clip that comes out, well, we'll have a look at the clip here in just a couple of seconds. Firstly, this from Rokkr. I can't believe he actually had the balls to do this on the timeline. 10 minutes, he says, you know, he's going to drop the process, all this type of stuff, and then he drops this one and he just straight rickrolls the whole timeline. Can't believe the audacity of this guy. At this point, it's almost like, you know, come on, guys. Like, it's taken so long to get this stuff really sorted and ready to go, and all of a sudden, when things, well, might be happening right on the day of release, we then get a rickrolled about the process coming out. We don't know when it's going to happen. Like, we don't know what's going on. It was pretty much this time last year that the OpTic Chicago stuff was confirmed, and Shotzzy basically takes matters into his own hands, right? They're playing the kickoff tourneys, they're playing against some of the other competition, and, well, OpTic X Dallas kickoff tourneys soon, he says right here. His stream title the entire time was OpTic X Dallas. So, effectively, like, I'm not saying OpTic Dallas, right, because it's the OpTic guys of last year, like, with the Dallas guys, and there were some clips that came up from Dashi, who was like, yeah, you know, I'm playing with Seth, and we just decided to pick up Illy and Shotzzy, and I'll be playing, like, the 2v2 tourneys with Illy and this type of stuff. But, I mean, yeah, obviously we know what the team's going to be. It's kind of frustrating we haven't got an official announcement, because right now, like, nobody cares anymore, to be honest. Everyone knows what the team's going to be. The game's officially launched. The time to do a good announcement is kind of over, and when they do it, I'm sure it will still be cool. But unfortunately, they've dragged it on too long, and it might not be their fault, right, with legal stuff like this, but at the end of the day, the effect is still the same. They've dragged it on too long for people to care too much about the announcements, I think, anymore. Like, of course, like, people still talking about the hints and stuff, but at the end of the day, we know what it's going to be. And, I mean, this clip comes out from Crow, right? It's not that deep, guys. Pretty entertaining clip really here from Shotzzy. He's kind of winking at the camera, and he's kind of saying, yeah, I'm going to be playing the tournament with these guys, and, you know, this just happens to be our roster that we're going with. And, of course, there are many clips coming out with these guys who are, you know, talking throughout the rest of the day, really, in the kickoff tourneys they're playing, about how, you know, it was going to be good for the rest of their year if they, I don't know, grind harder or whatever. Like, there were some clips where Shotzzy was kind of saying, like, yeah, Indo, go in those private matches and get ready to go or whatever, and we should get a lot of reps in on this map just because that's going to be good for us as the year progresses, as the team before we know them to be.
Yo, if you guys have any questions that I obviously could answer, then let me know. Other than that, so yes, we are playing with the it's gonna be me, Inder, Stump, and Dashi for the kickoff tournaments. We're just playing with each other, you know what I mean, chat? Like, it's nothing too serious, you know.
So instead of an actual announcement from the OpTic or whatever the case may be, but this is the only thing we have to an actual announcement, as Crow points out, a CMG team, as you can see. So Illy, Shotzzy, Dashi, and Scuff. I mean, here they are. This is basically the announcement that we have. And as I say, like, at this point, it's dragged on too long for people to care too much beyond this, to be honest. Here we go. This is the squad of 4 that, I mean, like, I don't know. Obviously, as I say, there's probably reasons why they haven't announced already, but just the fact that it has dragged on so long and there's been bait going on for so long, I think it's frustrates a lot of people, to be honest. And at least, like, Zuma and that, right, they did their announcement. There was some bait about the Zuma stuff for quite a while. I know that Zuma wanted to announce it way earlier than it was actually announced, but, you know, because there's stuff behind the scenes with FaZe and whatever, that to get things ready to go, they couldn't announce it quite as early as he wanted. I'm sure it's the same with the OpTic guys. They'd love to have this announced ages ago, I'm sure, so we actually know what's going on, because obviously they want to play the tourneys together, right? Illy has $90,000 in earnings on CMG, I just noticed. That is pretty outrageous, to be honest. So, anyway, there was a few other clips that came out as a result of this. This, firstly, I will share from, well, as we're running down the video here, really, from Crone. This, a disgusting clip, really, from all these guys. Back to back to back in this map they play right here. And, I mean, look, this firstly 1v3 from Scump is pretty disgusting. Then Shotzzy clutches a ridiculous one with some movement. And then Illy gets a 1v2 right after that. So I'll finish up the video with this clip for you guys. But, it is interesting what Scump has to say after Shotzy's 1v3, especially when he basically says that, you know, Dashi's like, oh my god, this guy's movement is absolutely disgusting, as of course it is. Like, it's day one and he's already doing ridiculous stuff on the map. But, of course, Scump's like, look, we're in for a good year, right? Like, as this team of 4, that's certainly an exciting prospect. Of course, their day in the kickoff tournaments didn't go oh so well. We'll have a look at that a little bit later today. But still, Scump and co certainly excited about the prospect of having Shotzzy on their team. When I mean, look at this 1v3. I'll share it on the big screen for you guys at the end, as I said. But he clutches the 2-piece and then comes around the corner, jumps on top of this fence and just finesses all the way across the box. So this guy's just so hard to deal with. Let's just keep it like that. And just to finish out the video with this from Call of Duty Agent, dedicated servers are the default private match setting for Call of Duty Vanguard. That's certainly exciting to see. You can see already you go into private matches, you see, you know, COD League rules in effect. You've got, you know, if you go, you can see hardpoint search and destroy CDL rules already ready to go. We'll talk about the rules a little bit in later today's video, but also this, right, dedicated servers, as you can see, start a private match on a dedicated server is the default. Now, what is the hertz rate on this? What's the tick rate? Is it 12 hertz like we used to get back in like Modern Warfare or whatever, or are they going to be like actually decent 30, 60 hertz servers, hopefully 60 hertz with any luck? Maniak would, well, that remains to be seen whether they actually think it's worthwhile or not. And, well, to put the resources in, that, of course, well, it is unclear, but, well, it hasn't necessarily been the case in some recent games. Hopefully this game does it better, but so far, I think we are in for a very promising title. But very much intrigued to your thoughts on all this stuff in the comment section below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, hitting the like button tells those YouTube overlords this is a good video. Others like you should see it as well, and I've grown the competitive Call of Duty community. Thank you for watching as always. Take care, and I will see you next time.
Yeah, I'm on the low steps right now. They're planning.
You made us.
Nice, where's he going?
He's on bomb. Ender, you're muted, by the way.
That's how it's done.
Just a casual V3 or what?
You're actually way better, no cap.
I like that stab. Good powder, bro.
Yo, I'm in the top. Absolute front bomb, one bullet. Yo, come. Last guy front bomb, one bullet. He might be in here. Yeah, on bomb. You saw him on bomb.
Hear that?
Oh my god! What's this guy doing?
Yo, listen, boys. Yo, we're in for a good year. You know what I mean? We're in for a good year. We're in for a good year.
This guy's breaking ankles.
Like, you see that?
Yo, on A bomb. I'm just baiting. Take your time.
I'm bomb, bro. What the f? Half health, he went outer.
Not hit, or that was him.
None?
Oh, he's in. He should shot.
You can take it.
Defusing the bomb now.
Yo,
Oh my god, these guys are getting clutched on, bro.
Look every round.
Yo, be honest. We're gonna do that regardless.